Hey folks, how are you? The new year's finally here, so you want to be able to put some skin in the game somewhere, right? Because you are a bit passionate about your endeavors, you're a bit passionate about the sports you follow, maybe even the teams that you also follow. So why not do so over at the number one site for betting and trying to be able to earn some cash? Hey, you never know what's going to happen, right? Luck is always a very fickle one when it comes to the world of sports. So why not go to One Win? That's the one place where you'll be able to enjoy the best offers, the best propositions. So make sure you go through with your promises and we'll see where things end up playing out. One thing I do recommend for you is Premier League match between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. One of the best matches so far in Spanish football, maybe one of the best matches in European football so far this year. Just finished over at the Wanda, and an amazing match between Atleti and Real Madrid. Atleti advance in the Copa del Rey 4-2. They go to extra time again. They went into extra time last week over in Saudi, and of course that time it was Real Madrid that was able to come through with the big win. What ends up being more important, though, is that the only two losses that Real Madrid have suffered so far this year have been at that venue and against Atleti. And it shows that they are making a statement saying, hey, you know what? If Real Madrid's going to have that trip up, if you will, if they're going to have a team that's going to compete against them, it's going to be Atleti. As they've beaten Girona comfortably, although they're neck and neck with Girona in the league. And more importantly, when you look at what they've been able to do in matches against Real Madrid, of course, even in the Super Cup, because the Super Cup they're competitive as well. So in all of that, the message is very clear. The message is sent. But now again, let's not go off into the whole the referee. No. Both teams played spectacular football. Both teams were great. Both teams did an amazing job. And did the referee make call? Yeah, of course they did. And you know what? People are going to say, well, Real Madrid had less fouls and Atleti had more, or Real Madrid had less fouls than Atleti, but yet it was Real Madrid that ended up getting more yellow cards and yada, 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 yada. No, no. It had nothing to do with that. Atleti were, I don't know if the better team, because those types of things end up being very millimetrical at the end of the day. But when you start seeing what Atleti put out there, and when Antoine Griezmann ends up scoring in an extra time and basically starts taking over the game, you started to feel that the momentum was right favoring Atleti. Real Madrid had some moments where they just, you started to see the fatigue set in. A team that had played against Atleti, against Barca, and now again against Atleti in two different continents in a span of a week. Now, am I making it an excuse? No, but it's something to also keep in mind, because there is a sense of fatigue. There is a bit of tiredness amongst the troops. And look, is it just me, or Jude Bellingham basically has played every single minute in this season, or it seems like it at least. And I'm not sure if he plays at the weekend, how fresh he's going to be. This is another question with Real Madrid. How fresh are they going to be able to keep themselves going into February, into Champions League, and of course when you start getting into trophy winning time, if you will. What is going to happen with Real Madrid? Now, if there's a team that you can say basically died they died on the pitch gloriously, and they did a great job. It was Real Madrid. I mean, Madrid kept pushing. Madrid kept going forward. They missed some crucial opportunities. There was Rudiger that ends up missing a great opportunity, one that hits off the post, and another that's called offside, which was offside on Jude Bellingham. Bellingham was called offside, and then, of course, the ensuing shot goes into the back of the net. Now, there were mistakes by Atleti, but Atleti also took advantage of what Real Madrid were doing, and a lot of times you saw a team that just was having some mental lapses. But again, as you see both of these teams really going after each other, it's been, it was compelling football. It was great football to watch. It was intriguing throughout the 90 minutes. It was intriguing in the extra time. And of course, seeing all the drama that's unfolding, not only just on the pitch, but also seeing the calm, composed Ancelotti and the fiery Simeone on the other end. It just ends up being one of those moments as you still see highlights of certain things that occurred during this encounter. To me, like I said, compelling, and to me, deserved by Atleti. Now, if it would have been inversely, I think I'd be saying basically the exact same thing. It's just talking about the characters in a completely different manner, or in a completely similar manner, I should say. Different characters, the same manner. And it ends up being one of those moments where, you knew that Madrid wasn't going to give up. They didn't, because as a matter of fact, each time Atleti would go on top, Madrid would even up, except, of course, towards the end. Just they didn't have enough. There wasn't enough, and Atleti ends up really doing what they needed to do in the past, which was kill off those matches. But again, a great finish, a great match for Atletico Madrid as they once again beat Real Madrid in their own backyard and advance to the next round of the Copa del Rey. Now, who do they face? Well, no one knows. We have to wait until the draw to see who is going to be the next opponent, possibly now talking about a very important run for the Colchoneros en route to winning another Copa del Rey, something they haven't done in almost a decade now. If my memory does not fail me, that remember that final between Real Madrid and Atletico where they end up going into extra time, and it was João Miranda that scores in extra time that ends up being the difference for Atletico Madrid as they were able to win that year in the Copa del Rey. And of course, as you'll remember, it was also a year that they ended up winning the or winning the league, but also it was Real Madrid that ends up winning the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. So hopefully it's a sign of good things. It's a very positive showcase for Spanish football, but there needs to be more of this in order for people to be entertained. And needs to be more frequently. They can't wait for 1 or 2 or 3 matches a year to be entertained when it comes to Spanish football. We'll have to wait and see. Talk to you soon. Hey, by the way, don't forget, share, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want. Let me know what you think you should see instead of not seeing. And, we'll have a great time together here in this wonderful experiment that I'm enduring. And I'm also embarking on. I'm really happy about it, and I'm looking forward to it.